All right then. Okay, thanks for subbing, YouTubia president, and we'll see what happens. Okay, good luck. We need some like good community. Okay, so here we are. And Smiley UC. Now, when I got tagged by Witsky Man. Witsky Man got tagged by Smiley UC. And he talked about her and said she's so like cool and has a great vibe. And I've watched a couple of her videos. She is bubbly, attractive, and just wonderful, you know? And she smiles a lot. And look, if you're feeling bummed out, watch her video because you can't help it. You smile. I don't understand how people can be so happy. I just don't get it. But I'm glad they're in this world because it makes it better for the rest of us, doesn't it? And so thank you, Smiley UC. And thank you for subbing. I'll go back and watch more of it. I watched a couple of her videos. I watched her tag video and I watched some other video about somebody saying that she smiled too much, which was kind of funny. Giraffe Poo. DRSNK sent me this gal's video. And her name is Barbarelli. Barbarelli with Barbarelli Productions. And I really recommend that you watch her entry to Carrie Lee's confession contest. Because that is really, really something. It is really something. You have to watch it. And she's just vlogging, but it's very interesting. And she's not afraid to use the C word. And it says in her channel, hey, welcome. I've written and performed in a lot of stand-up comedy in the past. Check out my introduction video. Currently, I'm remodeling my house. I'm a full-time mom up to my elbows in diaper poop. Can you smell it over there? And she's pretty funny. And so I recommend you check it out. Oh, look, I see Misanthropic visited her page. Misanthropic says, who wants to be driven to decisions for fear of soiling oneself? I sub based purely on your talent and not on the fear I may soil myself online at the bank. Thanks for the support. So you're really funny, Giraffe Poo. All right. Thank you for subbing. Cheers. I'm knocking back this wine. You know, red wine's good for you, you know. And Comics Around the Bay. And apparently this guy's done some professional comedy writing or something. He said he has a video about him calling in on Howard Stern. I was going to watch the H is O, but that video was pulled and I was running out of time, so I didn't have I guess the other one to watch would be Howard Stern call from Lee. So it says it here, it says on here, as heard on the Howard Stern show, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey. Persecuted by the very comics I befriended and aided. It's okay, I forgive them for their foolish, ineffective plotting. On to better things. So thanks for subbing, Comics Around the Bay. And we're almost there. I don't know what I'm going to do after this. I don't really have anything to talk about. Tall Teeth. This guy had a very, very amusing quick animations. And I watched, you know, I'm sick of Christmas, but I did watch the Santa Eats the Goose, which shows a pair of legs going down Santa's mouth. And then he's got Transformer Eats Girl, sexy, sexy legs going down this puppet's mouth. And I liked it. And they're quick and they're fast and it's just I think it's clever, you know. It's not really deep, but for people with short attention spans like myself, it works out great. The more I'm on the computer, the more I'm on YouTube, I know my attention span is growing shorter and shorter. Maybe I have to go back on my meds. And you'll see a big difference. So far, this new year, I have not smoked any bong hits, so we'll see. But it'll probably dull. I know it dulls me a little bit. I'm not as articulate. But I think it does help my creativity. I think it does. And like this is about it. It makes me really forgetful. When I was a teenager, I used to lose so much stuff and forget about so much stuff. Oh man, what a flake. All right. So, last but not least, let me make sure. I think this is my last subscriber. And this is Infundatiform. Infundatiform. If I have that wrong, let me know. But look, I'm glad you subbed to me. I'm honored. And I didn't leave my usual silly nonsense comment on your page because, man, I was pretty moved by this. I'll read this to you. Age 35. I'm a vet. I lost my leg and nearly lost my left arm. It happened in a landmine explosion. I was not even the one who triggered it. All I know is this great country cannot find money to take care of us, yet it has enough money to upgrade its nuclear weapons, 15,000 of them, and spend $2 billion on each B-2 bomber when a country can no longer meet its basic obligations to its citizens or obey its own laws. It is no longer worth fighting for it. It is sad and shameful. Our leaders are sad and shameful. I just want a little place with a garden and a little fountain. No loud noises, where I can read my books and art magazines and draw. A place to relax with me and my wife and our pets, all the while drinking coffee in the warm morning sun. I commented on his page. I said, man, what a story. Excuse me, but it brought me to tears. I hope that you being on YouTube will persuade some of the ignorant to acknowledge the plight of our vets and the true cost of war. He's only got 2 videos, and I found it sort of interesting that it's 2 shots from the Hubble, and it's labeled Europa, so I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm not an astronomer. But it's 2 beautiful shots of a beautiful galaxy, and it seemed an interesting contrast to this place far, far away from our planet with all the hurt and harm that's here. And so for some of you, and I don't know what his politics are, but I know that a lot of us on my side of the spectrum agree that war is there are necessary wars. I'm not completely against war, but if we're going to fight for something, it has to mean something. Not just because some rich guys want to go corner the market on oil. And the whole plan is blown up on their faces. It's just sad. And I have back and forths with different people. Gabe the Archangel, you still amaze me. How many of you out there, show of hands, I'm not raising my hand, think that World War II should have never been fought and was a waste of time? Because he made the statement that liberals cannot win wars. FDR, we won World War II. FDR was president. His answer to that is that war should have never been fought in the first place. You just amaze me. You just amaze me, your warped view of history. And yet you quote Winston Churchill to me about the hearts and brains thing about conservatives and liberals. That a young man who is a conservative has no heart, and then an older man who is a liberal has no brains. Then he says to me, oh, you have no brains, ha ha ha. Dude, that's a hot button issue with me. Don't call me stupid, okay? because I'm a hell of a lot more articulate than you. Look, I'm all wound up, all right? But then you turn around. I love you, man. But you just so infuriate me. You must drive your college professors crazy. I want to see you in a Western civilization class and you like raising your hand and going, oh yeah, liberals can't win wars and World War II was fought for no reason, that we should have stayed out. And you quote Winston Churchill. What do you think Winston Churchill would say to that? You just drive me crazy sometimes. Yeah. Oh, I had to get off. I was thinking of that other thing was bumming me out.